Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts. In this video I'll be looking at Transformers issue 8 and the Energon Universe Special 2024. Okay, so we're back with some more Transformers books. Um, First up, people smarter than me will probably go, why have you got Energon Universe Free Comic Book Day and Energon Universe Special? They're both the same book. And I'd go, yeah, I know that now. Yes, they are both the same book. So I actually got Energon Universe Special Free Comic Book Day for 99p because I can't go to the store. So that actually came about 3 or 4 days before Energy Universe Special came at $4. So if you're in the same situation, you have neither of these, and there are free Comic Book Day versions of Energy Universe, and you want to get a cheaper version, there it is. Obviously, same cover to everybody on the free Comic Book Day. There are alternate covers on this one. I happen to like the Prime versus Megatron cover, so I don't mind. It's cool. But we'll look at that in a minute. So we'll start off with issue 8 of the standard series. Okay, got Elite 1 on the front cover. So start off back on Earth. We've got Spike in his wheelchair, obviously damaged from the all the stuff that happened a couple of issues ago. And basically RC is trying to help figure out what's going on with and I can never remember her name. I want to say Cassie, but it's not Cassie, is it? Come on, what's her name? Anyway, interesting thing here. So he says his dad wasn't killed. He basically disappeared into the Matrix, gave up his life. Didn't Nothing happened. Just went. It's just like Jimmy. Now I assume Jimmy's his brother. Now we've already seen Jimmy somewhere. Apparently, is possibly Ultra Magnus. Jimmy from not Ultra Magnus. Maximus, Fortress Maximus. Headmaster, possibly because that's what happened in the original books. We don't know if that's true or not. It's going to happen anyway. So we get all this. So basically, she's frustrated with Cliff Jumper because Cliff Jumper didn't kill Starscream, and Starscream obviously was responsible for killing her dad. Cut to Cybertron, where Elite One has rescued Ultra Magnus uh, after basically leaving there for 150 years. That's the crazy thing. So we may have a timeline going on, but I don't know quite how it works because seemingly this is obviously going on parallel with what's happening on Earth. We also get a little bit of a timeline information a little bit later on as well. So, um, Thundercracker and Soundwave attack this ship because they've basically been brought out to say there's robots out there, so that's it. Thundercracker picks up this human and basically says, it says to the human, so I pity you. And he lets him go and basically says, well, oh, why'd you let him go? And he says, well, they don't pose a threat to us, there's no problem. And Thundercracker seems to have a little bit of remorse when the Soundwave basically just decimates everybody in the on the shoreline in the water. So hey, Thundercracker's got a little bit of conscience. I quite like that. I quite like this idea that they're not completely evil, and I quite like the idea that they're kind of like they're wars because of the factions, but they still see there's stuff they can do, that's kind of deemed as evil inside. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, Telegram 1 and Skywarp linked together. Basically, is being annoying again. She's got a rocket launcher from her dad's arsenal and basically tries to destroy Teletran 1 Skywarp. Arcee gets in the way of the rocket, gets destroyed. And because someone has actually helped keep Skywarp awake, he uses the Energon that they've got in reserve to basically rebuild Wheeljet's legs, which is pretty cool. There you go, Carly. I never remember her name. God, it's terrible. So she gets annoyed again as well, and she goes off and basically says to Arcee about, it's there's not enough Energon to get everyone repaired, and she's basically explains that Prime's kind of suffered a lot of losses as well. Anyway, Decepticons are back. They sink the ship, go into water, and they find that they've got their original starship, which again, Transformers movie, people will recognise this starship. It's rather cool. Prime's having flashbacks to this, which I assume is Spike's dad's memories. Could be wrong. Don't know. Jetfire's back. Although Jetfire has not enough Energon to transform, so he's stuck in his flight mode. and basically says, "Oh, I can't really see. Everything's black. Can't see anything because I'm in flight mode." Now that's weird because again, not being funny, that would technically mean that every transformer that transforms into a vehicle mode can't see what's going on outside. How do the cars drive? They haven't got sensors. They haven't got anything else. They don't need to be piloted. They can drive on their own. So anyway, Prime basically says he'll sit there with him and kind of keep hold. And then back in the ship, there's some bang going on, and Astro Train's on the ship. Um, and Astro Train is very annoyed because he's been left in the ship for a long time. Now he says, "Do you know how long I've been inside this prison?" So we don't know. Did the incident with the Transformers arriving on Earth happened 150 years ago? A little bit longer? A little bit earlier? I don't really know. But I mean, technically speaking, it could be 150 years ago, 75 years ago, whatever. We don't know. We just never know anything. Anyway, all the Autobots basically get into the Jetfire. RC and Carly basically sign up to be kind of like Iron Apprentice. Well, basically she will teach her how to fight. And apparently she already had that thing with Ultra Magnus back in the past, which basically is like the beginning of a possible clan, all this kind of stuff as well. And they go off to try and find this some more Energon and the like. And back on the Decepticon ship, they manage to get it up and running and working and communication, and they get hold of Soundwave, Shockwave. Ah, we'll get my sounds and shocks the long way around. So we might get some idea timeline-wise how long they've been out of it for. Obviously, Shockwave's been there for all that time, which again goes back to the cartoon series, goes back to the original the original comics, which I really like. It's really cool. Get a preview of Scarlet. Yeah, I'm not massively sold on the artwork. It's not terrible. It's just I would like it to be a little bit more detailed. But I mean, colouring's nice, and it could be interesting. And already here we see she recognises that tattoo, and you know, GeoJ fans will know what that tattoo is. So yes, Scarlet could be quite interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Anyway, with that out the way, we'll go on to the Energon Universe book. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It has a story for every series that's going on at the moment. So we start off with Transformers, where we see the last few minutes of Megatron on the ship as they're coming into crash. Basically, him and Prime go at it. Prime manages to cut his arm off. This boy's got Megatron's arm still there. Goes up, he gets basically knocked out the back of the ship, and of course Starscream shoots him and basically causes him to fall out, and that's how he crashes into the planet on his own. What we don't see obviously before then is Megatron actually waking up. Obviously we've seen Megatron in Cobra Commander. He's now awake with no arm until he recovers it, and then basically the Cobra guys unleash all these weird creatures, which again I don't know if they've been anywhere else, but that's pretty cool. And try and basically take their Megatron, and Megatron's not having any of it. And we see this chappie here getting a bit annoyed. But yeah, basically Megatron gets out, escapes from Cobra La, and is going to come for Starscream and give him a good kicking. So that's cool. Void Rivals is an interesting one because we've got the Bounty Hunter chappie from the TV series basically discussing about the ships and that they've had in the past and locations of stuff and the Zertonians and all this kind of stuff going on. And he says, oh, Zertonians, and then you get a big reveal of Hot Rod. Now, I actually really like Hot Rod. Hot Rod's one of my favourite characters from the movie. So seeing Hot Rod in this is very, very cool. He basically says that there is a possibility that there is a Cybertronian on that had something to do with the Zertonians, and he is going to find out if it's true or not. And if people have been paying attention to the issue covers, then we know it's Springer. So that's cool. So that's a nice little lead into thing, and we also get another really cool scale size here, which I think is really, really nice as well. The the G.I. Joe one is probably the most surprising one of all. So we see the Baroness. She's walking. She's been freed, obviously, from after she escaped from on the helicopter last time, and somebody's managed to track her down and basically attempts to assassinate her. And she is managed to escape after a little while. These two assailants kind of fail their assassination attempt, and Duke comes in, basically rescues her, takes her away, flies her out, and kind of says, you know, you've annoyed too many people. You're gonna be in trouble. Why don't you just come and join me and help me out? And she kind of goes, yeah, okay. So we get a Baroness version, G.I. Joe version, which I think is rather cool. And again, completely out something different than I've ever seen before in G.I. Joe. I still think it works. I think it quite cool because Cobra and all that kind of stuff aren't around anymore at the moment. So the idea that she won't possibly betray them when something more lucrative comes along is fine. But G.I. Joe Baroness is cool. And they basically starting to get the G.I. Joe stuff together now. We got Destro, we got the twins and all this kind of stuff as well. He's kind of picking the people. Obviously got Scarlet there as well. And two assassins are apparently Lady J and Flint. And they basically did it as a scam to basically risk, realise she had her life endangered and hopefully sway her in the right direction to join G.I. Joe. Now the interesting thing of this is to be continued in G.I. Joe, so there is going to be a G.I. Joe book. This is kind of what I wondered, whether or not there'd be a Cobra book. I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of that. But yeah, it all takes place after a lot of these standard issues at the moment, so you have to be kind of kept up with that. And as I've mentioned before, it's exactly the same stuff in the Energon's special from Free Comic Book Day. So yeah, I think both books are particularly good. I really like the Energon's Universe one because it's kind of like tied out a sequence, but each kind of little story fills in a nice gap of information that we didn't know about. And now Cobra Commander and Duke are on their way finishing. And we've got a little, I think Scarlet and Destro in June next month. So yeah, it's cool. I still think this is probably the Energon Universe stuff is probably some of the best stuff that's been out in the last this year and last year. So all good stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in Transformers, G.I. Joe stuff, you can pick stuff up. There is adverts in the back as well, I believe, of the core main book that has all the trade paperbacks available. Oh, it's not in this one. Okay, it must be in the other one. That's strange. I thought it was in this one. Anyway, so yeah, so all the trades of the first 6 issues, all 5 Cobra Dukes, all 5 Cobra Commander, first 5 or 6 issues of Transformers, first 5 or 6 issues of Void Rivals. You can pick them all up now. Although of course everything's been reprinted about 1,000 times as well, so you can get some nice covers if you actually go through, sift through, and see what your favourite ones are. But yeah, all in all, Transformers, good stuff. So that's enough rambling for now. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye bye.